Hi, this is Arnold from Fesquare. Today we're going to talk about one of the interesting topic everyone should know in their life or in their financial life. What's that? Where your money actually goes. Your money comes in terms of salary or income, but where the money actually goes. That's the important topic everyone should know. I'm going to talk this topic in three categories. One for poor class, and another one for middle class, and the third type for rich class. Actually, how their money goes, in which column the money goes. So I'm going to talk all about where your money goes today. So stay tuned, stay happy, and stay excited so that we're going to learn something new today. Let's quickly move on to the poor class. So I'm going to talk about two statements. Don't worry, it will be very easy for you. First, profit and loss statement and the balance sheet. These two are tougher words if you look from distance. But if you watch Fesquare regularly, then you'll get used to it. What is profit and loss statement and what is balance sheet statement. So stay tuned. Let's quickly move on to the poor class. At first, their income is salary or wages. So the income comes like this, and the income go to the expense column. The income goes to food expense, rent expense, EB bills, water bills, phone and internet, and travel. So after all the expenses, they have very few money left over, and most cases in poor class, they don't have enough money to pay the bills, or even if they pay all the bills, they don't have any money left over. In most cases, the poor class couldn't pay most of the bills. So no money goes to asset column or liability column. So here 0 and here also 0. The money comes in and directly go to the expense column, and they spend in all the expenses, and no money goes to the asset or liability. So every month they live paycheck to paycheck. Only if the income comes, then they will spend. If there is no income, they couldn't spend. So this is how the money goes for the poor class. No money goes to the asset or liabilities. Only if the money go to assets, you can be financially free, or financially you have a financial freedom. If no money goes to asset column, what happens? You live paycheck to paycheck. So this is how the money flows happens in case of poor class or economically weaker section. Let's go to the middle class. How the middle class, the majority of the Indians spend their money in these two statements. That's profit and loss statement. Profit and loss statement is income and expense. Balance sheet statement is asset and liabilities. Let's see how most of the middle class spend their money in these two statements. At first, salary. They have one source of income. Once the salary comes in, it directly goes to the expense column. In the expense column, they pay off their food, they pay for travel, rent, EB bills, water bills, then education. After all the expenses, they have some money left over in the savings. After the saving gets accumulated, most of the middle class think about buying a car. So they go to the bank and they pay some down payment, and they get a car loan in their liability, and they put car in their asset. So the savings money, once they buy a car, it go to the liabilities column to pay back the car loan. Then after some time, if they have more savings left over, what they do? Again, the middle class think of buying a home, their dream home. They put some down payment and they go to the bank to buy a home loan and put asset column, put home in their asset column and home loan in their liability column. So the overall money flow happens like this. It comes as salary, then it goes to the expense column, do all the expenses, have some savings left over. This savings, most of the money goes to car loan and home loan, and in some cases, if the children is big, they do some education loan, and it goes as an education loan. So they will be stuck like a rat race within this for most of their lifetime. For car loan, they will do for 5 years or 7 years tenure. They will be paying car loan for 5 to 7 years of time. Home loan, they will take 15 to 20 years. Some take even up to 30 years, and their entire life they spend in paying off their home loan or car loan, in rare cases some education loan or other parts of loan. So most of their money circulate this way, and there are not much chances for middle class to add more asset which brings them more money. Asset like they can't invest in a business, they can't invest in other investments apart from the car or home. This is how the majority of the middle class spend their money. Let's move on to the rich class. Let's see how the rich spend their money in profit and loss statement and also balance sheet statement. This is a crucial part, so listen carefully. At first, income. In profit and loss, they have multiple sources of income. Where the multiple source of income comes from? It comes from business income, real estate income, gold, oil, silver income. If they have stocks and bonds, they have stocks and bonds income. And finally, this FIQ, which I talk about at last in this video. So they have multiple sources of income. Then once the income comes in, where the income goes, it goes to the expense column. Then they have all the usual expenses. From the expenses, they have huge savings left over. So it goes to liabilities column to pay off the loans. They will have business loans, they will have real estate loans, they have car or other kinds of loan. So after paying off all the loans, they still have much money left over because they have huge assets and multiple sources of income. So after all the expenses and after paying off all the liabilities, they have much income left over to invest in asset column. So every year they expand businesses, they add more properties to real estate portfolio, and they buy more gold, they buy more oil, silver depending upon the market, and they also buy stocks and bonds. So this is how rich actually spend their money. So let me repeat once again. They have multiple sources of income. It goes to the expense column. Then again it goes to the liabilities column. And as they have multiple sources of income, they have much money left over. So every year they just keep on adding their assets. So every year the multiple source of income gets bigger and bigger because they add more money to the asset column. So this is the main reason the rich are getting richer and the poor class is getting poorer, and middle class is stuck between the poor and the rich. So don't worry if you are in the poor class or middle class. Do you know what is the biggest asset in the information age we live in? It's FIQ. What does FIQ mean? This is financial IQ. That means the amount of financial education you have in your mind. So if you have good financial education and if you have good financial IQ, then definitely you can build all this over time. Do you know what is mean by FIQ? That is financial education. What does that mean? That building a business, investing on real estate, and do you know what is mean by brand building? And if you know what is mean by marketing, if you know selling, then definitely over the period of time you can build all this. So the important asset in information age is FIQ, that is financial IQ, the amount of financial information you know. So even if you are in poor class or middle class, if you don't have any asset or any liability, even in some cases if you don't have any income, don't worry, just build your financial IQ. This is the important asset in this information age, because in today's age, information is knowledge, information is wealth, the knowledge is wealth. So always focus on FIQ in building your information. So this is what the primary reason of our Fesquare, to teach the people about the money, business, investing. So this is our conclusion. So don't worry about it. If you're in poor class or middle class, always try building your financial information so that you can build all the assets all the time. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, tap the notification ring bell so that you get notified whenever we release a new video. So with this, signing off from here is Sanu from Fesquare. See you in my next video. Until then, have a good care. Bye bye.